Hey, $1 million is a lot of money. In this video, I want to show you $1 million landscape design. You're probably thinking, how the heck can you spend $1 million on landscaping? Well, you can, and I'm telling you, you want to buckle in for this one because I got all kinds of cool tips that I'm going to share with you. Let's do it. What's up? I'm Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer and installer, and $1 million, a lot of money. Yes, here is how you spend $1 million. You put in a crazy pool with all kinds of goodies, an insane outdoor structure with a crazy kitchen, TVs, audio system, a she shed, deck, landscaping, hardscaping, you name it, this design has it. We're gonna get right into that bubble diagram. I'm gonna sketch all this out. That's gonna take me a while. Then we're going over to the desk and I'm gonna give you out all those tips that you can use even if you've got a small house and a small yard. There's gonna be bits and pieces that are gonna help you with time and money and putting together a beautiful design by looking at this. So let's go. That is a lot of stuff. As you can see, we got a lot going on here. We have the house and the driveway. That is the only thing on this entire property right now other than just beat up lawn, hillside. There's nothing here. So we've got some elevation in the back. We're going to cut a retaining wall in and put an elevated deck that looks down on the entire property. Then we have this beautiful outdoor kitchen. I cannot wait to share that with you. Then we got this massive pool and it's super modern, contemporary. It's tons and tons of stuff here. I gotta catch my breath, I'm so excited about this one. Fire pit in the pool. You could sit in the pool and have a fire pit. That is insane. There's a hot tub. There's all this landscaping. There's all this hardscaping, transitions from place to place. You go around here, boom, there's a she shed for the in-laws. That's what this was put there for, which mimics the house. So enough talk, let's get right into everything that is encompassing this design, and I'm going to tell you how much all this stuff costs piece by piece and give you out some tips that'll help you with your landscaping. Man, I'm excited. Woo! All right, this is a big design. There's a lot going on. We're gonna do a little bit in the front. Most of this, we're gonna go right to the back. I'm gonna show you some stuff. We had a death in the family. If you follow my channel for a little bit, you'll see that I love Bob Ross. He's an inspiration. He's a pretty awesome guy, but we now might be calling him Chip because I literally had one of those usual suspects, dropped it, bam, cracked the thing, didn't completely break it, but Bob's a little upset with me and we're not gonna have coffee the same ever again. It really sucks. Anyways, enough of that crap. So here is what's up. Let's start with the front. What I want you to see is how we're going off of a theme here. This is a California house. So we're out in a place that's pretty drought tolerant, basically resistant, drought resistant, sorry, totally said it the wrong way. And I want to play up the theme of the house and go with a lot of agaves and yuccas and aloes and things that have got that feel that are going to go off of the stucco of the house. So we just kind of landscaped up the front, made it look nice, and we took that theme and we're going to go to the back. So now we're going to jump into about 3 to 5 different tips that you can use off this $1 million design to help you with designing your space. And then I'm gonna break down how much all this costs. Let's go. First thing I wanna look at is going off the theme of the house. So I think the easiest transition, I mean, I'm literally filming this thing and I'm looking at this, I'm like, how am I even gonna break down this design for you guys, because there's so much to it. But let's just play off the house and go out to the she shed. So this particular client has a mother-in-law who's gonna be living on the property with them, and they wanted to build something nice for her, which I think is awesome. So instead of just building a typical little nice siding house, I wanted to play off the stucco of the existing house and build her a beautiful house with the same roof line, same shingles, and it has this little deck on the outside that's got that contemporary vibe with the wire railing, so that she can sit out there, have her morning coffee, and then look through to the beautiful pool, which we'll get to soon. So your tip is, if you're gonna build a structure, don't just build a structure. If you're gonna put a shed on your property, don't just put a shed on your property. Have something that is beautiful or something cool to look at. And if you can't, or you don't want to go and take the time to do that, I get it, but at least put some landscaping that plays off the existing landscaping of your property, or hide it. Do something. Don't just drop a shed in the back of a corner of a house, or a she shed in this particular case. Have it flow with the entire design. Think about that the whole time. If I was building that she shed, you're probably looking, I would say, if it's gonna mimic that house with a bedroom, a bath, might be 100 grand right there just for the she shed. Let's talk about the pool. This is not an ordinary pool, obviously. It has a sunken fire pit literally in the pool. You can walk out on these platforms, go down and sit and lounge and have a fire inside the pool. Pretty over the top. It's got some beautiful walls that add some interest with some height, that actually like have a see-through element, so you can, your line of sight is not blocked. And it's got a hot tub, it's got lighting all up in this thing, so this thing lights up at night. It's absolutely beautiful. Water features, you name it, this pool's got it. This is more than likely, with the size, shotcreted in, the beautiful finishing, the lighting, the water walls, the veneer. This is a $300,000 to $350,000 pool, and I am not kidding. This is an insane pool. I've done a pool like this actually in my yard, not this intricate, and I'll tell you that I spent some dough and I didn't even come close to this thing. So take into account that when you put a pool in, the bigger it gets, the more bells and whistles that you put in, the more oohs and ah, the more expensive it's gonna be. So if you are considering putting in a pool or designing, think about what are some of the absolute musts that you wanna have. Say you wanna have like a sun shelf because you got little kids and you wanna have a place to hang out, or you wanna have some nice stairs that go down so the transition, if you're a little older, isn't so abrupt and it's comfortable to get in. If you want water features, think about all that. What are the musts that you must have so that you can realistically pin down a budget when it comes to working with a designer like myself or with a builder, because these things can get out of hand and this thing is super crazy. Next. So we talked about the she shed, we talked about the pool. Now we're going to that outdoor entertainment area, and I didn't just build a normal vaulted roof or a lean-to style structure. This thing has got a cantilevered roof, it's got multiple columns, it's got a beautiful sound system, it's got the TV, it's got a built-in wine shelf to hold all your bottles. I custom built that. I put like an onyx behind it. I wanted to give a Vegas like clubby vibe to this bad boy. It's got really cool lighting. It's got a full kitchen with a stove with, you know, the oven that goes up through the roof and all the amenities. It's got 2 TVs, for crying out loud. This structure is super high-end, it's super contemporary. It goes off the theme of the pool, which is modern contemporary, but it comes with a cost. If you're gonna build something like this with the kitchen, the seating, the 2 TVs, the Sonos system, the audio system, the wine, the fireplace that is built in, all these beautiful things, the lighting, I think this is a $150,000 structure, outdoor space, all day long. So let's start doing some math. She shed, 100K. Pool, 350K, we're at 450. Structure, 150, we're at 600K already. Haven't even talked about all the hardscaping that goes around all this, all the landscaping, and let's lead over to the next element of this design. So, If a she shed, a pool, an outdoor structure with a fully loaded kitchen and entertainment kind of club vibe wasn't enough, how about a double composite deck that goes up the hillside that you can literally sit and look down over your entire property and take it all in? Like, if that wasn't enough. This deck is awesome. It's got the cable railing, so it goes with that modern vibe, that cable railing that played off that she shed that the in-laws are gonna be in. So you see how we're tying elements together. But it's got these massive stairs that go up. It's got 2 levels. You could put tons of furniture up there. You can have lots of people up there. You can probably put 30 people up on this thing, looking down over. So you can see like how this space would really be something to throw a huge benefit or a party or something good. Raise some money with a charity event with something like this. Absolutely, I'm all for that. I would say that this deck with all the railing, and it's a double layer and it's composite, you're probably at about $100,000 to $120,000 for that deck. So now we're up to about $700,000 to $720,000. You start mixing in the hardscaping, you start mixing in the landscaping, you got the turf repair, you got the irrigation, you got the landscape lighting, you're gonna throw another $250,000 in this thing all day long. We've got literally 28 to 3,000 square feet of just hardscaping around this entire property. This thing has got it all. So that's how you get to $1 million on a design like this. So the tips I want you to take away from this: consider your square footage, whether it's a pool, whether it's hardscaping, whether it is with your outdoor kitchen. What are the amenities you want to put in that? You start putting in ovens and stoves and dishwashers and sinks and all, it starts to get more expensive. So take into account what are truly the most important things that you want for your space. And then you can start to add on the bells and whistles. And if you gotta take away, you gotta take away. That is why a design is so important, okay? Plan this stuff out. Don't just start doing stuff. You can contact me. You can contact somebody in your local area, but get a design. It is so important. It'll save you so much time and money in the long run, and you will be able to see what everything looks like before you start spending that money, so you don't have any regrets, especially if you're gonna spend $1 million. Get a design, get the plans. This is Bobby K saying, creation is everything, so go out and create. Go watch some more videos. See you.